What up, gamers? Spencer here, and welcome back to Genshin Impact. So, it has been another 10 videos, and that means this video here will be 1 hour long. Let's do it. So, yeah, I forgot where we left off. I think, about the Sage's plan.
There's never been any big problems with the Academia's governance of Sumeru. This is the first time I've seen them step out of line. I wonder what caused them to go down this path, and what they hope to achieve. Even though the city's residents haven't noticed anything strange, if the Traveler hadn't broken the Sumeru Samsara, the situation could have become dire. I tried to do some investigating in the Akasha, but I couldn't find anything suspicious. And all the people of interest seem to purposely avoid wearing their Akasha terminals. I think they're deliberately trying to hide something.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. In Gandharvaville, there was a sage who had invited Kainerite to join some kind of project. Could it be related?
Regardless, I need to first investigate the sage's motives, make things right, and punish them if needed. But I'll have to be discreet, or they'll see me coming.
So let me go and review that. Couldn't find anything suspicious. Could be related. I feel like there was nothing much said here, other than like it's weird for them to for them to do this, I guess. Okay. No one has realized the issue with the Akasha?
You mean how the Akasha stops you from having dreams?
Yeah, it's been such a long time. No one's noticed something's up?
It's not that no one noticed. It's more like no one cared. Ultimately, it's all rooted in the sage's misdirection.
Misdirection?
The sages convinced everyone to believe that being unable to dream is a sign of rationality and wisdom. Not dreaming is a badge of honor in Sumeru, even if the truth is that their dreams are being reaped by the Akasha. With their propaganda in place, the sages can maximize their use of the Akasha to facilitate their research. Besides, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata must have created the Akasha in the hopes that it could be used to its full potential. That's why I've never come out strongly against this. Anyway, the perspective advocated by the sages drowned out any voices of doubt. By now, even those who never use Akasha terminals find it too shameful and embarrassing to talk about their dreams.
Well, I don't have any other questions.
Got it. I hope my answers were satisfactory, seekers of knowledge. To be honest, maintaining Dunyarzad's fading dream took a lot of mental energy. I think I may need to rest for a while. Oh, and you don't need to worry too much about the sage's activities for now. The Akasha won't be able to conduct another project on the scale of the Sumeru Samsara in the immediate future.
Go and get some sleep. Leave everything to us.
What a relief. This is truly the most exhausting birthday I've ever had.
Traveler? Paimon? Why am I here?
Oh,
Do
wow.
either of you know?
Well, how do you explain to someone like this?
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't wake up a sleepwalker. We happened to walk by, so we thought we'd wait for you to wake up.
I see. Huh. I should visit my maintenance personnel sometime. Oh, I'm fine. I better go.
Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you.
So yeah, she is robotic robo person. Yeah, that's pretty interesting with Catherine. That's just like a
We've
huge
spent quite some time in Sumeru City, but ever since
lore
we
dump
last
right there.
said goodbye to Lesser Lord Kusanali, we haven't heard anything from her. Oh, we can't just keep waiting around like this. Let's go find Catherine and pick up some work so we can at least keep ourselves busy.
So wait, there was like 2 objectives that I saw? Hold on, let me see. Where's my quest again? I thought I saw there was like 2 things. It was Catherine, but then there was that one. It looked like Effendi. I'm not sure where where that was. Charlotte, no. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm not sure where that was that one time. Okay, I guess we'll just have to talk to Catherine. I don't know anything else to do right now. Okay.
Ad Astra Avisask. We meet again, you two.
Hi, Catherine. Do you have any commissions for us today?
Commissions, huh? Let me think. Oh, how about this? Please attend the
Hey.
Academia's Academic Symposium this afternoon and recite a love poem on stage.
Wait, say what now?
And if possible, please also use your camera to capture the reaction of the audience upon finishing the poem.
I don't think we have a camera though, right?
Huh? What kind of commission is that?
Do we have a camera? I don't remember if I obtained one or not. Yeah, I feel embarrassed just imagining it. The audience would definitely have a reaction.
I see. It appears that you're not interested in this commission.
But it does deal with the academia. I mean, I would love to. I'm guessing it'll be at their place. I would love to explore that place.
In that case, please go to Port Armos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time volunteering at the local orphanage.
Can that even work? Like, that sounds even harder to do. I don't know about the Eremites if they're willing to do that. Like, I'm not sure just how nice they are. They just like most of them pretty much seem like more on the rowdy side.
Hey, that's not any better.
Yeah, mercenaries and orphanages really don't go together.
I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
Paimon's gotta ask. Just who exactly has been submitting these commissions to the Adventurers Guild?
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
Really? So it's not Catherine right now. It's Nahida. You're not actually Catherine, are you? You're Nahida, right? I mean, just to be safe, I'll see the first one. I don't want to see Nahida. That might give way too much away.
Was it so obvious?
Hmm.
I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, okay, so the one back at the festival, that was her. It's just with the voice. She was using Catherine's voice. Okay. That makes more sense because I really thought that was Catherine back there. I wasn't sure. I didn't think that she would like I didn't know there was like a masking of voice thing, pretty much. But yeah, here it is, just confirming it.
Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Catherine wouldn't crack those kinds of jokes. When did you get into her head?
From when she said, Ad Astra Abysask?
Dang.
So it's been you this whole time? Are you done resting up, Nahida?
Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways, and I even had a really, really long dream.
That wasn't too long. I'm assuming that there was supposed to be a pause, like a period of time where, you know, like after Act 2, I guess after that whole thing that we just did, that the next update came, and this is like the start of the next update. Because yeah, it hasn't been too long. Like they're kind of acting like it's been a while. But yeah, I'm guessing it's been like between updates from like the previous update to now. All right, so the Akasha can't take away the dream of gods.
It was another dream about the Subzerus festival, except it was a happy one. In my dream, I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace, and everyone in Sumeru City was holding hands as they danced in circles around me. They danced round and round, and everyone looked really happy. I also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, raised me really, really high above the ground, and I was throwing an endless amount of Yalda candies at the children.
You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sumeru's festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to celebrate your birthday.
Yeah, but in reality,
Huh? Wasn't I describing a really happy dream? Why are you both looking at me like that? Wait, could this be an example of the emotion known as pity?
No, no, we aren't pitying you. That would only make everything worse. We just don't want you to feel too sad. By the way, have you had a chance to visit Dunyarzad? How's she doing? The Homianis haven't allowed any visitors after the festival, so we haven't been able to check on her.
Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. She was resting at the time. Her condition is stabilized. However, since Elazar is a manifestation of the withering on the human body, we can only cure it by finding a way to take care of Irminsul's own withering.
mm,
But for the moment, our top focus should still be figuring out what the sages are up to and what they're planning.
okay, so I guess that's gonna be like the order of objectives. First the sages, and then how to cure the Irminsul.
Right. Who knows what'll happen if they manage to pull off another scheme like the Samsara of the Sub-Zero's festival.
So our first priority should be investigating and putting a stop to the sages' activities. As for how we should pull that off, let's discuss it somewhere else. There are too many adventurers around here.
Oh, good point. Sorry, adventurers. We're gonna be borrowing Catherine for a little while.
Ooh, Act 3, here we go. Dreams, emptiness, and deception. What is the emptiness and deception? That's kind of... sounds kind of scary. More like illusions and lies?
Let's continue our chat here.
Okay, so do you have any ideas on how we can investigate the sages, Nahida?
Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. But for now, I want to hear your thoughts.
I mean, possess a key figure in the academia? Students and infiltrate the sages' quarters, or grab someone close to the sages and question them? Um... Hmm. I'm not sure what they mean about... Oh, possess. I mean, like her possessing. I was wondering what they mean by possess. But no, it's Nahida possessing them. I feel like that could work. I mean, she's been able to do good as Catherine, I would say. Yeah, I don't know about this one. This one feels more risky. Possessing might be... Like, wait, what if you just possess the sage? I don't know why a student. Why not the sage? I would say key figure is probably the best one.
I've already tried that. But all the key members of the academia, even the core 30 guards, intentionally avoid wearing their Akasha terminals.
Oh, wow. So do they... I wonder if they're like in on it.
It seems that from the very beginning, they've been guarding against info leaks from the Akasha. Of course, it could also be because they're wary of me.
Yeah. But I think it's more of the latter. Because, like, yeah, that's a... yeah, that way Nahida can't really possess them now.
Have you already caught the sage's attention?
I'm guessing not yet. But distrusting me would make perfect sense if they've ever paid attention to the urban legends about me. In any case, I probably can't take over their minds directly.
What about students and infiltrate the sage's quarters? That would be the next best thing, because they're probably wearing their terminals.
No way, that's too risky.
Yeah, I can see that. If it was a sage, it would be easy, but a student...
You mean it'd be too easy to get caught?
No, it's not that.
Oh,
We shouldn't involve innocent students in this. A single mistake could completely ruin their lives.
yeah, I guess that makes sense too. Yeah, thank you for telling me that I'm heartless. I didn't even think about that.
Doing that would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals. How is that any different from what the sages are doing?
That's a good point. Spoken like the god of Sumeru.
Yeah, I guess if that doesn't work, then we can just grab someone close to the sages and question them.
We're in the dark as of now. Since we still don't know anything about their goals, any rash move could tip them off and lead to terrible consequences. After all, every person in Sumeru City is one of their hostages.
So all of my suggestions suck. I can't think of anything else.
Hmm. Are we really out of ideas? Nahida, you're super smart, so you already have something in mind, right? Don't keep us in suspense. Spill the beans already.
According to a popular theory from the Vahumana Darshan of the Academia, rejecting impractical motions at the beginning of a planning session will give more weight to the actual proposal.
Rejecting impractical motions at the beginning of a planning session will give more weight to the actual proposal.
Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't have to use that kind of gimmick to make us take your ideas seriously.
Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly possess the leaders, and if I can't get ordinary people involved, then I should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't decided to side with the sages.
You're saying we should recruit a spy? That does sound like it could work. Oh, before coming back, we met someone named Alhaitham. He seems like he acts alone, and he likes doing stuff behind the Academia's back. They probably aren't in cahoots.
Actually, I already have someone in mind. Do you still remember that female scholar named Sataria?
No.
Sataria. Paimon remembers now. Isn't she the one who's always trailing behind the Grand Sage of the Academia?
Okay, that's the one next to the Grand Sage.
We ran into her basically every time the Sub-Zero's festival repeated itself. You could even say we're old enemies by now. Paimon still remembers the smug and mean way she always spoke to Nilu.
I've always liked observing all kinds of people, and Sataria has always stood out from the crowd.
And why is that?
She was born in the desert and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed her special admission into the academia, and also gave her the opportunity to serve as the sage's assistant.
I feel like with that, she would be for the sages, right?
Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon feels like most of the desert dwellers around the city are working as mercenaries.
The name Sataria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like the brightest star in the night sky. Later on, she was chosen by the sun. The star was given a place in the daytime sky to complement the sun's dazzling light. Soon after, the star witnessed the sun scorching the earth, which brought forth many disasters. The star began to waver. Instead of staying beside such a sun, wouldn't it be better to return and light up part of the night sky? But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
Yeah, those are Sataria's true thoughts, right?
From the sound of it, Sataria's just hung up on the research opportunities here. But she doesn't really support the academia. She still feels guilty about not doing more for the desert, right? She's just running away from her problems.
Indeed. When they are presented with complex moral issues, many people will simply plug their ears and go with the flow until the problem can't be fixed anymore. She's suppressing a lot of guilt, but before she realized it, she had already become the sage's accomplice. She can't deny her part in their schemes anymore.
Okay, sounds exactly like the person we need.
Right. We must somehow make her face her problems again. That way, not only can we get useful intel from her, but she can also use it as an opportunity to redeem herself. From my past observations, Sataria will take a day off from the academia every 10 days to do some shopping in the city. Tomorrow afternoon just happens to be a shopping day for her. That'll be our chance. To prepare, let's go check out some of her favorite spots, and have a quick chat with a few of the vendors there.
Okay, so my understanding on why she would be the a good candidate for us. Is because even though she's like really close up there, or I guess, I guess very high up there with the sage, I guess being his assistant, is that she still feels guilty about not, I guess, helping out the people in the desert. Like, I'm not sure what the sun exactly means. I thought maybe it might mean the Greater Lord. It could be, I don't know, because, well, yeah, I guess if it's the Greater Lord, and since the Academia is for the, wait, where do we go? I need to do my quest and mark it. Uh, there we go. Yeah, assuming that the sun represents the Greater Lord, yeah, the Greater Lord, then also the Academia, since they're probably for the Greater Lord. Yeah, they pretty much, I guess, did some really bad things to the desert. They were talking about like scorching the earth, and I was guessing that maybe it was in a desert area. That maybe she wished she could have like done more to,
This should be Sataria's favorite fortune-telling spot.
I guess, support the people in the desert, but she can't
So should we ask the fortune teller about Sataria?
because of like opportunities. Like she was granted an opportunity to, a really great opportunity to be up there in the academia.
No, I already have enough information on
That's my
Sataria.
understanding.
The most important thing now
I could be
is for
wrong.
you to pay
You guys
attention
can
to
let me
the
know.
vendor's talking style and key characteristics.
Talking style and key characteristics?
My poor lost lambs. Have you become troubled over your fates? The divine voice of wisdom often echoes between mine ears. If thou be blessed today by the gods, I may be able to show you the way.
Huh? Really? Nahida, you've been whispering things to her?
Shh. My friend here has some doubts regarding his future. Can
Oh
we get
man,
a
the
fortune
voice.
reading for him?
Of course, of course. In that case... Uh-huh. It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you. Perhaps, at some time in the past, you have somehow offended the gods.
Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro. Do those count?
Hmm?
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Prospects in health or love? I'm not sure what love has to do with things, but I would say health.
Health prospects. No problem at all. The gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed. Your life shall continue on for... Many, many tens of thousands of years? Impossible.
No, it's possible. I mean, with our history, because from my understanding, we, like, Ether and Lumen have been traveling in between worlds like a lot. Like, yeah, I'm just imagining they're kind of like gods in a way, or have some kind of like, godlike power. I can see that.
Harut, Marut, did you two spoil my divination? I've never read a fortune so absurd.
Actually, Paimon thinks this is probably the most accurate fortune telling you've ever done.
I admit that the orientation of today's celestial matrix is suboptimal. As such, there will be no charge.
Dang, even though it's accurate.
Is that so? Well, that can't be helped.
If you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit, perhaps they could help you reverse the wheels of fate.
I mean, I'm sure Ether has already been living through many years. I'm sure he's, right now he's still fine with, like, I guess his age. I mean, so far, from my understanding. I don't think there's been any complaints with like him living for a long time. All right. I'm also wondering about like when he woke up, because I'm not sure if it's like a Captain America thing, where because I know like after Conria being destroyed by that one like god person, I'm not sure if like somehow his body was remained the same. You know how like Captain America was nice and that preserved his body. Wait, where do we go now? Here? Oh, here we go. But I just assume he's always gonna
Is
look the
this
same,
another
like
one
Aether
of
and Lumen,
Sataria's favorite stalls?
since they're like, I don't know what they are, like whatever god or godlike stuff or beings.
Yep, it belongs to a king. His father helped Sataria a lot when she first moved to Sumeru City, so she still comes by whenever she has time. When I start talking with him, listen carefully to the details of our conversation.
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some pottery?
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship, so we specifically came to take a look.
You know, it's so weird just to also travel with Catherine. It feels like we're also just traveling with her too,
Oh, I recognize
even though it's
you.
Nahida controlling.
Aren't you Miss Catherine from the Adventurers Guild? Sounds like I'm in for some big business.
Speaking of, where did you learn this trade?
I suppose you could say it all started with my dad. He's a mason by trade, but I picked up an interest in clay while apprenticing for him. After that, I began making pottery by myself in secret, and I simply changed trades when my works turned out well. Although it's a pity that I'm no longer making much use of the knowledge provided to me by the Akasha.
That's nice. You're making a living doing something you love.
So is your father still working as a mason?
Oh no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg.
My
Since he
leg.
had already saved enough Mora over all these years, he's just enjoying the retired life in Port Ormos nowadays.
I see. We wish him peace and happiness in his retirement. I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild come by another day for some goods. We'll leave you to it. Take care now.
No problem. Rest easy, all our goods are sure to meet your every need.
Oh, that was fast. Compared to like the other one that we talked to, the fortune teller.
This should be our final stop. Sataria's always thinking of this restaurant when she's working at the academia, so she always comes by whenever she's out in the city.
Nahida, you've really thought of everything.
It's my duty to protect Sumeru's citizens, after all.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh? Sorry, I don't quite remember.
If I recall, you were having a discussion with someone about shipbuilding at the time.
Ah, that's right! I've always been really interested in feats of marine engineering. After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the ships going in and out of the port. I came to Sumeru to study, but failed to make it into the academia due to my lack of talent. But I'm still discussing all kinds of problems with different scholars, and I'm continuing to study and perform research from the restaurant's basement. I'm sure I'll get into the academia after their next round of exams.
What an admirable spirit for learning. Amazing.
Sure, but you'll find hardworking people wherever you go.
So this restaurant has a basement as well? Huh. First I've heard of it.
That's right. It's not usually open to patrons. Most of the time, employees use it for breaks or to hold private events.
I see. Guess that makes sense. Well, good luck with your studies, Miss Chishan.
Thank you so much. As long as I can make it into the academia as an official student, I'll be happy.
I feel like that basement might be important. Alright, Nahida. Here we go.
So, was that everybody?
Mm-hmm. 3 familiar faces should be enough for Sataria.
What's the point of all the information we've collected? Nahida, you still haven't told us how you're planning to make Sataria face her problems.
Sataria is already used to avoiding her problems, so we must find a way to break through her usual sensibilities. I remember you mentioned that the Eremites in Port Ormuz are all making a fuss about the upcoming resurrection of King Deshret. Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the faith of her homeland may turn out to be Sataria's soft spot.
Oh, Paimon gets it now! You want to take advantage of the guilt Sataria feels about her homeland. Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages.
Oh, if King Deshret were to criticize or make demands of Sataria. I wonder how would it make King Deshret do that? I would say this. It feels more on the emotional side.
So, how do we set that up?
Well, King Deshret is long gone, and Sataria is also too smart to fall for any simple tricks.
Okay, you think like Nahida will pretend to be King Deshret? Like by taking over their bodies like the people that we meet? That we just met right now?
If we simply engaged her under the guise of King Deshret's believers, she would
Oh.
definitely be weary of us, and we may not get anywhere. But if we were to borrow some of her close acquaintances to talk with her, her reaction would probably be very different.
So, you mean you're going to possess those people we just talked to?
Yeah, I feel like she's gonna do that. Somehow pretend like King Deshret is talking to to her.
Yep. Possess them through the Akasha. Imply they've already converted to the faith of King Deshret,
Oh.
and then convey our made-up will of King Deshret.
Okay, never mind. I thought she would like pretend to be King Deshret. And be like, for shame. You abandoned the desert. But no, she's gonna, I guess, do things a bit more discreetly than that.
As long as everything goes smoothly, we'll get through to Sataria for sure. She'll never guess that we had anything to do with it.
So that's how you're going to use all the info we collected on these people. It's so that you won't slip up and break form.
Okay.
Possessing them will only work if you can manage to pass off as them.
So pretty much she just studied up on them.
Exactly. So, best of luck with impersonating them.
Huh? Best of luck?
Yeah,
We don't know how to possess anyone.
I thought it was gonna be Nahida doing that.
That's no problem at all. I'll just share all their senses with you once I've possessed them. As
Oh.
long as you're also wearing an Akasha terminal, the effect will basically be as if you've possessed them yourself.
I wonder how this is gonna work.
Huh. That is pretty convenient. But why does he have to do this? Can't you do it yourself?
Although I've been observing humans for a while, I've never been good at imitating them.
Oh, okay. I can see that. I know with her, she's been observing human emotions and interactions and stuff, but she doesn't seem to be the best at it. So we're probably better for that job.
You're not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious whenever you try to pass as Catherine.
Alright, I'll try my best.
If it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these people alone. But seeing how things are now, I probably should just accept it and push on.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it. We're only doing this to help everyone, and we'll only be borrowing them for a little while anyway.
Alright, then let's give it a go tomorrow afternoon.
Alright, tomorrow. We'll wait. Oh yeah, hold on. So because we... where the heck is my guide at? There we go. Alright, I forgot. Today's a new day, so I didn't do my dailies yet. Let me go and claim that. Oh, I should also go to Catherine to get more. Oh wait, this is interlude. I thought we had to finish chapter 2, right? Or act 2? Oh dang, okay. I've been not reading that right. Is there anything else in the commissions? Oh no, just claim the rewards, okay. Oh no, I can't! She ain't here. Oh no. I mean, I can go to another place. Oh, alright, yeah, we can leave Sumeru now. Even though we're done with that whole dream sequence thing, we're still, like, doing quests in Sumeru City. Yeah, I do want to... Hold on. I feel like just Mondstadt will be faster, because I know where it is. I'm not used to the Leeway, Adventures Guild. Yeah, so I'm gonna go claim the rewards, you know, for the daily stuff. And then I want to do some pulls so that I can maybe get some good stuff. Gonna do some individual pulls. But yeah, this will be pretty interesting. I want to see just how this is gonna work. And also when we're gonna actually leave Sumeru City,
Thank
because
you for
yeah, we've been there for so long. All the main quest so far has been there. Alright, so we should be able to do one pull, right? Yeah, one pull. I want to do Yelan. Let's do it. Okay. Normal. Gosh darn it. Alright. Time to go back. Time to go all the way back to the city. Wait, did I not even mark it? Oh yeah, we're right. We gotta wait for a bit. It said like 12 to 18. I think that's what the time said. Well, yeah, I'm gonna do 12. Uh, there we go. 17 is fine. There we go. Wait, is this right? This should be it. Maybe I should do like another 24 hours? It said the following afternoon, but I'll just do this. I know she said like tomorrow, right? But I guess I got to do another day to make it actually tomorrow. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we actually had to advance to the next day, not like the following 12. Okay. We go down. Over here, yeah. So I guess the people we met will be going in that order to possess them. Oh, there she is.
Oh, here she comes. Satori is here.
Let's quietly follow her. Once she starts talking to her acquaintances, we'll find a safe spot to begin possessing them. As for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you. I trust you'll know what to say.
Paimon's starting to feel kind of nervous. Okay, let's go. Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find a hiding spot and get started.
Oh my.
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook. Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
Oh, of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your love life, right? I heard everything you said.
Okay then. You just seemed a little distracted for a moment there. Strange. Your cats seem pretty
Hmm.
worked up. Is something wrong?
Yeah, they can sense me, probably.
I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again?
Harut and Marut.
Ah, that's right. They are just little darlings, aren't they? Harut and Marut.
Okay.
So, which
Oh
fortune
no.
do you want me to read for you today? You must have come for another echo of the divine voice of wisdom.
Yeah, okay, so I'm guessing we were supposed to memorize all that detail. Yeah, I didn't really memorize everything.
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
A mess?
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current
Whoa.
project at work? I really just want
Paimon.
to get it over with.
I hear you. No problem at all. The gods will reveal the truth.
Uh, the gods have spoken.
The gods are asking, Sitaria, why haven't you gone home?
Oh, here we go.
Why haven't I gone home? Do the gods really know everything I've been thinking about?
Sitaria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now instead of a question. The gods seem to be truly upset.
I'm sorry. I know I failed the gods. Please pass on my most sincere apologies and ask for their divine forgiveness. And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest and mightiest of all, King Deshret.
King Deshret? No wonder he would make such demand of me. Wait a second. King Deshret passed away a long time ago.
Ho ho ho, have you not heard of the return?
Even though news of King Deshret's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can King Deshret still exist in real life?
Huh? King Deshret's resurrection is a misinformation campaign? Yeah, that's news.
What insolence! I am King Deshret's most loyal believer. Do you wish to refute his voice of wisdom?
Okay, I don't know if we got her, because if it's really by the academia, like, yeah, I'm sure that she would know that. Well, yeah, she does know that.
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine glory has touched even this city. I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait!
Hmm. Oh my. Dude, she's been like looking everywhere, always in that direction with Paimon and Catherine. Or
She
Nahida.
just ran off in a hurry. She looked pretty upset too.
Well done. Sitaria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must
she's
have
back to
shaken
normal
her
now.
to the core.
Aw, Nahida, it seems like you understand human emotions really well after all.
All I know are some abstract Harava-taught theories. And in any case, my time with you has shown a lot of them to be utterly useless. Anyway, enough of that.
Oh, my bad.
Let's hurry and
Skip
catch
one
up to Sitaria.
one sentence.
He's out of games now, right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him.
Yep. I kind of forgot about this guy. I just know about his father being retired because of a accident.
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for again?
Yeah, I remembered the masonry.
Oh, right. Your old man's craft. How could I forget? Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better?
Um. Oh, okay. So this one's saying like if his arms or legs are broken. I remember it was the legs. Yeah. He's feeling a lot better and he's walking more now.
Oh, that's good to hear. I have been thinking a lot about him. If I could get some more time off, I'd love to pay him a visit. Actually, while we're talking about him, is he still living in Port Ormos?
Yeah, he's been retired there for a while.
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Let him know that recently, faith in King Deshret has taken root in Port Ormos and has
Oh.
begun to spread across Sumeru. He has a quick temper and has always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him to get into a fight with those King Deshret believers because of a difference in beliefs.
Oh? So, who are you siding with in all of this? The Academia or King Deshret?
I...
I'm so jealous of you. You were born a
Oh
child of
no.
the desert, yet you chose to betray King Deshret, and now you spend all your time with those crooks from the Academia.
Dang. And this is Ether doing this, right?
Akeem, you don't mean... You've also become a believer of King Deshret?
Okay, I wasn't sure if like he would be like if that sounded mean or something.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
I do wonder what's gonna happen like afterwards where, once we're done possessing them, if she'll confront them again and they're gonna be like, huh? I don't remember being a believer of King Deshret.
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa! I
Oh.
had no idea you'd be so good at this.
I wasn't too harsh, was I?
You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. It might feel a bit overwhelming for Sataria.
Yeah, I guess I don't have to worry too much about Sataria, like, I guess, visiting them again, because they kind of pissed her off.
But once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit to her mind and explain everything.
Oh, okay,
Anyway, let's keep going.
that makes me feel a lot better, if you do that. Yeah, dang, Ether, I didn't know you would be that harsh when you were when you were him.
Talking with
Okay. Here we go.
So, Shishan, have you noticed anything weird in the city lately? Like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something?
Oh. Okay, so yeah, I remember the basement. I did say that before. No, I've been spending all my time studying in the basement.
Oh, right. Speaking of strange things, I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost count. That was really weird.
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing in the report indicated anything like that.
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive all of Sumeru's citizens?
Shishan, don't tell me that you've converted to King Deshret as well.
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret. In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who works side by side with the Academia, and treated people as nothing more than experimental subjects?
Please, please stop!
Man, I feel so bad.
even now, Sataria's still trying to run from her problems.
Did I push too hard?
She can no longer justify everything to herself.
Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards. What should we do?
Uh-oh.
This is the most important part of all. Quick, get ready.
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message to the Matcha right away. The situation in the city is getting out of control.
Please, try to remain calm, miss. Tell me what's happening in the city.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you talking about?
King Deshret!
We're in control.
Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead. It's impossible.
Miss Zataria, Nothing is impossible.
Here we go.
You know my name?
King Deshret is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price. You must face the truth, Sataria. You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become, and the deeper you will be ensnared.
Dang. Dude, either should be like in a play, maybe by like one of those books that Sing Show read.
Child of King Deshret, never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
Whoa.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret.
Oh my gosh.
Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
Nahida, you better like make it up to her. This feels so mean.
It seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding more believers of King Deshret. I have to say, this is a familiar feeling. I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in the Sage's plans, and from ignoring the letters from the children of my homeland. But no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always comes back.
You should follow your heart.
You won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth. Besides, did you really want to conduct your research while carrying such heavy feelings of guilt?
How do you know me so well? Are you truly just a believer of King Deshret? Or are you the god himself?
Here we go. Yeah, this is what I thought might happen. I am King Deshret.
That's not important. The important thing is to pass judgment on the Academia and
Oh.
its sages, and to correct their mistakes.
I kind of wish we would say that, like we were King Deshret.
If you could provide some assistance in this matter, perhaps it could serve as a form of atonement.
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Your appearance must be a fated opportunity for me to get out of this wretched situation. Please tell me, what can I do for you?
Great. We finally convinced her.
How much do you know about the sage's current activities?
I was just one of the designers for the massed dream harvest scheme, which is what happened around the Sumeru's festival.
The mass dream harvest scheme. Which, yeah, that's the whole dream thing that we just did for the last act, I assume.
But I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that only staff with the highest clearance would have access to those confidential documents. I've just been working to meet the Grand Sage's specified requirements. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city, and even the sages are still quite wary of him.
An outcast that even the sages are still wary of?
To fight against the Academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work. Is there a way for us to get access to the confidential documents you mentioned?
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant to the Grand Sage, and I've been working on many tasks outside of the project. One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get my hands on them. The sages have always closely monitored all activities within the Akasha. Let me see... let's use the most primitive method. Send someone to pick up the documents tomorrow evening at the Academia entrance.
Hey. Are we gonna finally go to the Academia?
The Academia entrance. Wouldn't that be too conspicuous?
Don't worry about that. I assure you, this won't be a trap.
I don't know. We'll see.
I'm only suggesting this location because it'll draw more scrutiny for me to leave the Academia again. It'll be safest for me to distract the guards long enough to hand you the documents.
All right, I trust you.
So, if I were to successfully complete this task, would it mean I've atoned for my wrongdoings?
That'll depend on the judgment of the Dendro Archon.
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. As the god of wisdom, she's also the one responsible for judging and guiding the scholars. Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring Sataria to our side.
The Traveler's execution was ingenious. He's the one who deserves all the praise. Well, now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow evening, all we can do is pray for Sataria's mission to go off without a hitch.
Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just praying to you? God of wisdom and guardian of the scholars?
That is true.
No. The truth is the true guardian of scholars. I've always believed that. Anyway, let's meet again tomorrow evening at the Adventurers Guild.
Okay. Wait the following night, 19 to 24. It's gonna be back at the Adventurers Guild, right? So let me just go there. I know it's gotta be close by, right? Maybe not close by here. Oh, it's over there. Yeah, good job, Ether. My gosh, you were able to do all that. Man. Yep, here we are. Okay, let's go and do it. I think this will be the last thing that we do for this video. Not sure if that's okay or if I need to advance a day. I'm just going based on what they gave me. Okay. Nope, I gotta keep going. 24 hours later. Yeah, it's getting pretty interesting. I'm not sure if the academia is also in Sumeru City or like if it's at its own place. If it's in Sumeru City, that means we're still in this city.
Catherine, we're here! Oh, you are the other Catherine, right?
That's right. I suppose I'm the other Catherine in your mind.
Can we just call her Nahida?
Shh! We're on a secret mission tonight, so we need to protect Catherine's identity.
Yep, Paimon's right. We cannot fully rule out the chance that the meetup tonight is just a trap. If something were to happen, my existence may be the only trump card we'll be able to play. After all, the academia should still be unable to confirm the existence of my consciousness in the outside world.
Yep, exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking.
I somehow doubt that.
Anyway, enough about that. Let's just make sure to be on our guard.
Speaking of which, don't you feel like something is off? What is off?
Off? What do you feel is off?
Oh, it's just a little too quiet around here. You think... I feel like it could be a trap, you think?
It's the middle of the night. Of course it's quiet. You're not getting paranoid, are you?
No, I think he's right. It really is a lot quieter than usual. If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets. I'm not sure if this is the case for the entire city, though.
Huh. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe Sataria figured out a way to not only distract the guards, but also to get everyone to go to sleep early, just so we can exchange the documents in peace.
I also can't quite figure out why things feel a little off. But now that we're here, let's go ahead and meet her as we planned.
Well, regardless, as long as you're here with us, Paimon feels a little safer.
Yeah, I don't know about this. So where's this academia at? Oh, it's right over there? Oh, this must be academia. You know, I've never... I think I've been there, you know, climbing up these stairs, I think, right? To discover this thing. But I think we'll see that for the next video, guys. Yeah, here it is, man. The academia. Oh, we can just teleport there, too. The House of Dana. The Sanctuary. Oh, yeah. I'm guessing this part over here is going to be the academia. So, yeah, we're still going to be in Sumeru City. And yeah, everyone is just, like, pretty much gone. I don't know. It feels like a trap. I feel like this is just... I mean, yeah, there's some people there. I don't know, man. I feel like there might be a trap where, just to prevent any witnesses, that they might just attack us. Because even right now, like, Nikita's still, like, feeling kind of a bit off. Like, if she feels a bit off about all this, then yeah, I feel like she's onto something. I don't think it is like what Paimon said. But yeah, guys, next time we'll head over to the academia. Yeah, can't wait to see what it looks like from the inside, and also where the, just seeing the entrance. And I don't think I've ever been there, only like close there, with that one fast travel point. Anyway, guys, that'll be it for now. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good